Welcome to Cape Fear Notary Services. That's class. I'm Cameron Evans, and congratulations, you've made it to Chapter 4. In the first 3 chapters, we covered everything you need to know before you become a notary. And now we're diving into the key informational chapters that will guide you once you're actually commissioned. I'm a strong believer in vocabulary. Learning the right terminology is the foundation of mastering any subject. Whether it's learning a new language or preparing for your notary duties, building your vocabulary is key. In fact, I consider the glossary to be the most important part of any textbook. If you only have time to study one chapter before class, make it this one. This chapter covers the terms and definitions that are fundamental to your role as a notary. 1. Acknowledgement. A notarial act where a notary certifies that an individual appeared before them and acknowledged the signature on record. 2. Applicant. Someone seeking appointment or reappointment as a notary public. Appointment. The official naming of an individual to the office of notary public after meeting all required qualifications. Appointee. A person who has been appointed but not yet taken the oath to officially become a notary. Affirmation. A notarial act equivalent to an oath, where an individual makes a vow of truthfulness without invoking a deity. Attest or attestation. The act of completing a certificate of a notary after performing a notarial act. Commission. The authority to perform notarial acts and the written proof of that authority. Commission date. The date on which a notary's commission or recommission officially begins. Credible witness. A person known to the notary who vouches for the identity of another individual. Crime. Any offense classified by law as felony or misdemeanor. Department. Refers to the North Carolina Department of the Secretary of State. Director. The head of the Notary Public Section of the North Carolina Department of the Secretary of State. Division. The Notary Public Section within the North Carolina Department of the Secretary of State. Jurat. A notary certification that an oath or affirmation has been administered. Moral turpitude. Conduct that violates standards of honesty, morality, or integrity. Nickname. A shortened or familiar form of a person's proper name. Notarial act. The actions a notary is authorized to perform, such as acknowledgements and administering oaths. Notarial certificate. The portion of a notarized record completed by the notary, including their signature and seal. Notary public. A person authorized to perform notarial acts acting as a public officer of North Carolina. Oath. A notarial act where an individual makes a vow of truthfulness while invoking a deity. Official misconduct. A notary's failure to perform their duties or performing prohibited acts as stated by law. Personal appearance. When an individual is physically present with a notary during the notarization process. Personal knowledge. Familiarity with an individual that removes doubt about their identity. Principal. The person whose identity and execution of a document is certified by a notary. Record. Information written on a tangible medium such as paper. Regular place of work or business. The location where an individual regularly conducts their work. Revocation. The official cancellation of a notary's commission. Satisfactory evidence. Proof of an individual's identity based on a government-issued ID or a credible witness. Seal or stamp. The tool used by a notary to affix their official information on a document. Secretary. The North Carolina Secretary of State or their designated representative. Subscribing witness. A person who signs a record to witness the principal's signature and can later vouch for its authenticity. Suspension. The temporary termination of a notary's commission for a specified period. Verification or proof. A notarial act in which a notary certifies that an individual's identity or a record signature has been verified. This chapter might feel like a lot to take in, But remember, the terms we just went over are the building blocks for everything you'll do as a notary. If you're only able to review one chapter before class, make it chapter 4. It'll help you understand the rest of the course. I've only provided abbreviated definitions here, but you'll find a link to a Quizlet resource in the description below where you can review the full definitions in English and Spanish, take practice quizzes, and even play games to test your knowledge, all for free. In the next video, we'll cover Chapter 5, Notarization Explained in 8 Simple Steps, where we'll break down the entire notarization process step by step. Until then, happy studying. That's Cape Fear Notary Services. That's class.